who you are, what you're up to.
Okay, so my name is Anthony James. I go by many names, but that's my main name.
Oh wait, but tell us the names. Hold on.
Well, my full name is a lot. It's very Hispanic, but it's Edgar Anthony James Cruz, and it was almost Junior. I
Really?
feel like my mom stopped that. She was like, "This enough is enough." Okay, we got both dads. Okay, let's
Enough.
get this over with. It's just how my mom is.
So that's a lot of names.
It is, and that's why every time they're like, "Oh, what's your legal name?" and I'm like, "Okay,
Uh,
preferred name." Just
got
get this.
you.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this because you were one of my students years and years ago. So many years, I don't even remember the years. But like, take us back to the time where we met. What was life like for you? Um, if it's the years that I think, I was probably around 25 years old. That was a long time ago for me. Um,
Wow.
but take me back to that moment. Like, what was that like?
Um. Okay. So I just remember because sometimes my childhood is a little bit of a blur too.
Yeah.
But I remember being very nervous every time. Like that first week of school is like nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Like I don't get like that unless it's like the first of something. And I just remember like walking into math class, which I've always hated math class. I've hated every single numerical order in existence. And I
Wait,
walk in,
how do you hate math and you design clothes, bro?
the irony. I know. And I can do math in my head. Like it was like half an inch plus a quarter of an inch, and then you subtract like whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay, it looks
Oh,
like this.
wow. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Um, and I remember walking to the class, and I think you were like, I can't remember, because there was a seating arrangement change where your desk, I think, was in the center or something, or it was in the
Probably.
front. I'm trying to
All
remember.
doing something weird.
And you were like, I'm changing this right now. And it was like everybody's kind of slowly getting in it. And that's like the first thing I remember. I was like, wait, she's changing? She's moving the desk right now? And I think it was, I forgot everybody's name, but there was like, boy, he was like, do you need help? And you were just like, yeah, come. It's just like, let's get this on a roll. And I'm sitting there like, please don't ask us for our names. That's like all I cared about. But that was like the first time. I was like, I think I'm gonna like it.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you had told us that all our teachers prior had lied.
Did I tell you that? What?
I don't remember what day.
Oh, I did used to say that about negative numbers because
Yes.
teachers lie and tell kids like there's no number less than zero. And then all of a sudden they get to sixth grade, which is where I think I met you.
Yeah.
And I got to talk about the numbers that they lied about. This is a thing.
Yeah. I was sitting there flabbergasted the whole time, like, what? Ever since.
Wow. And so that was middle school. I think I had you for 3 years. You were like the cutest little, tiniest little boy. Like I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. But that was Fort Greene, Brooklyn, right? And it was so different than it is now. Like,
it was-
how does that feel still living there?
It's weird. It's all the time. It's weird. I feel like there's always like, there's this thing on TikTok where it's like when you're black, you're never alone. And so that's how Fort Greene feels now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it used to be like you had your third space, you had your area. It could be barren, it could just be like grass or whatever and a bench, but it's not like that anymore. It's no room for like yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel a little surveilled. Like the culture is weird
all the time.
now, right?
All the time.
Mm.
Yeah, it's it's interesting. I'll say
Yeah.
that. It's very interesting.
So like even when you like so when we were there, this is the early 2000s, like people were not buying brownstones for $2-3 million.
No.
All of my kids came from Fort Greene projects, LG projects, Farragut projects, and maybe a few kids from the block. But you all were so brilliant and like so exceptionally talented, art wise, but also like academically. And so I'd love to hear about like how did you take all of that like rich culture that was the fine arts and design program at
Yeah.
the school and like sort of become who you are now?
I feel like when I grew up, it was because my parents were not together for a long. Well, they're not together, but they split when I was really young.
Okay.
So my discipline was like split in two. So I was like, it's like one of those things like you learn really early. Like I'm with my dad, I could kind of chill a little bit. I'm with my mom, I got to be like, all right, can't say certain things, can't
Yeah.
like certain stories I can't talk about. And so at that first like experience of like being like in community with people
Yeah.
your age and like from like Miss Padilla, for example, was like she was like,
Yeah. She wasn't no joke.
you know what I'm saying? And so seeing how what felt like she was trying to embarrass us, she was just trying to set the tone for how it is, and I didn't know that until later, and that was like where it started, like the discipline of it all. I feel like discipline is the word.
I mean, but like when you think back on that, the things she was teaching, my classroom was across the hall from hers, and I was still very young, both in my career and in life. And I would hear her in there, like telling y'all how to mix colors with the pencils, but at the same time, like giving you a lesson on Black history and civil rights. And you're like, wait, how did that all get mixed up? Do you remember those?
I do. It was she is like she reminded me of my aunt and my mom. Like I walk in, I had to make sure my collar was right, or she was gonna, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I was accustomed to that, right? And then I don't know, art was like the only time and place where you could just kind of do what you want.
Yeah.
And I realized that the duality was interesting.
Yeah. It was kind of like do what you want, but you also had to do what she said, right?
No, yeah. In the back of my mind, it's like you can't go too crazy.
Don't go too far.
He was like, that's what you do the training now. You can do what you want later.
Yeah, because in some ways we were all, even myself as a young teacher, I would look up to her and very much feel like I wanted her approval and like I need her to be like okay with this thought. I imagine as a student
same.
Yeah.
Same. It was just like you wanted to go above and beyond so that way she wouldn't be like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a beautiful team. So then, and of course we had Kayende Harris, who was next door, and she and I were like the dream team. Absolutely love her. So it was beautiful because we spent a lot of time between the two classrooms, like trying to make home for y'all. That discipline, where did it take you after 8th grade? I mean, I remember seeing you at Starbucks on Myrtle Avenue, and I was like trying to figure out, I was like, okay, I'm ordering coffee, but is that him?
That era.
And that was him. Tell me how that happened. Like, what happened after middle school? How did you end up in Starbucks? Talk to me about that.
After middle school, I applied to, I don't remember how many schools. I just remember wanting to go to LaGuardia. Okay. And I think it was like LaGuardia High School. I don't see, that's the thing, when I say I go back and when I black out because of the auditions, I really don't remember. But no, I just remember applying to LaGuardia, getting into LaGuardia, being really geeked about it, and then I don't know, it was a lot more free, like that fun aspect of everything. Yeah. It was like almost like art first, class last.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, there were like disciples of discipline there. Yeah, but I would always try to keep my head low.
So do you think you like stepped into your full self there?
No.
Talk to me about like, so we leave high school, you do LaGuardia, which is intense art, like all the time. Then like what happens next?
I've met, okay, so like at LaGuardia, I met so many different kinds of people, for lack of better words.
Of New York City, yeah.
And then those individuals and their backgrounds and what they wanted to do with art was kind of like eye-opening. Like I thought I could just be a painter or something and then just like paint for the rest of my life. And then I had friends who would be making sculptures, or now we're at wood shop or something. Yeah. I remember, shout out to Mr. Jung. He was just like one of those like chill, like aunt, like uncle, grandpa types, where it just
Uncle
be like,
grandpa.
Yeah, where it's like, yeah, today we're gonna like use clay to do this thing, and you know it's ceramic class, but like have fun, don't. Yeah. But like there would be kids in the corner just like taking it really serious, like doing like insane stuff, and I'm just like
on Michelangelo.
Damn, bro, like. I'm just trying to make a plate so I could go home. Be like, hey, Mom, look, I made a plate. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like breaking out of the shell. Yeah. That you made. You know, like it's weird. Like you create. I used to create shells of myself to like protect my energy, but it was just like I haven't even put energy out to receive something and then realize I have to protect it.
Wow. And so you felt like that very young. That like there's a lot of protection around like different types of folks, energy, things that are around me. You realize that young. Yeah. That's magical.
Yeah, it was, but it worked against me sometimes though, I must say. But then I don't know what I was protecting myself from. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Probably wouldn't even be here.
You're not sure. It's interesting. I've been talking a lot about imagining the best case scenario. And like listening to you, like I'm like, wow, we start young thinking that like gotta throw up a wall here, gotta put a boundary here, and we don't even know like that maybe we're boxing ourselves off from the expansiveness of the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like I wish that kid, that's why I'm like so like, I like try to be more communicative now. Because that kid is still like really shy.
Oh.
That kid, like, he's in there, he's just like,
Yeah.
do we really want to go down this route right now? And I'm just like, yeah, we're just going to experience everything.
And that's an interesting, like, paradox, juxtaposition, contrast to the art that you produce now, which is like bold and dark and sharp and clear about like, this is from another world.
Yeah.
You started talking to me about the art that you make and how it developed out of comic characters. Take me there. Like, what's this?
I don't remember the year. I'll say 2000, I don't know, 9-ish. I just remember being in YMCA summer camp.
Okay.
And I don't know, I was feeling like really like anxious for some reason. Can't explain it. I think it was like the trip that we had. It was like horseback riding or something stupid. And it was like I had really bad allergies. And I was just like, okay, let me enjoy every single moment before I die later. And I'll be fine. So the whole day I'm anxious. But right before we went out on the trip, I remember we had like a drawing class. And I'll never forget his name. His name's Darius, the summer camp counselor. Really cool, like energetic dude. And he was just like, yeah, so we're going to just like, you guys want to make like a comic book or something? And I was just the first person in line, like yeah. And then I literally grabbed all the materials, went in the corner, and then for like 2 hours, I was just like drawing things.
Wow.
And I'm listing out characters. And he comes by, and he was like, what are you drawing? I'm like, yeah, it's a whole story. I like played this video game called Mirror's Edge, and I just like rewrote the entire video game.
Wow. And so tell me a little bit about the characters. Like, who are they? Talk to me about them. Like, draw them for me with your words.
I would say, because I could kind of explain it now what it was back then.
Yeah.
It was like I was always into the arts in general, especially like theater. And I think when you're trying to create a world, you need people to live in it.
Yeah.
And so even if you don't have a plot, you might know the kind of person that you want in it. And I feel like, I forgot what Issa Rae really said, but she just writes based on like experiences and people that she thinks could exist. I didn't know how to verbiage, like use that in like actual words at the time.
Right.
So I would just draw it out. It always started with like some kid who was just like isolated from the world, wearing like a suit and tie or something. And then he just like meets like the love of his life that doesn't know it's the love of his life. And then his life goes to shit after. It's just like, it always starts there. And then something like super cosmic would happen. Like, I don't know, an alien comes down and attacks the world. And he realized all of a sudden he could, he's like, I have superpowers. Like, yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, that was the nerd in me, the comic book nerd.
So how did that then become fashion?
I would just realize that you can't be a superhero without your costume. You just can't. You can't. You have to have your fit ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you can't do anything without a costume. And so much of what we do. I mean, I know, like, working in very formal environments, was having a chat with colleagues earlier about, like, what we wear. I know when I was working in very formal settings, I wore very tight, uncomfortable clothes. One, because that was sort of what was expected, but two, because it made me realize I could never be safe there. And that if I had on a shoe that was a little too much like a sneaker, or if I had on a jacket that felt too much like a sweater or a hoodie,
you get the little
I might, start acting like, I'm at home, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to get too comfortable, right? So that's interesting. And so the pieces that you create, tell us about them.
So what I'm doing now is, it's actually a realization from literally last night. Like I was just saying earlier, like where I see the light on the end of the tunnel. Where I first started, the first collection is called Purgatorio, which was just about being numb and stagnant and not realizing what it was. It was just like you wake up in a place and you feel something's off and you experience whatever it is that comes next, right? But you're still stuck in this like shell of yourself. It's like been like an ongoing theme in my entire life, like, right? And so after that collection was just about transformation, putting on the clothes, literally it changes like your entire body. Like maybe a shoulder goes more like this way, or like it's like a super flare from the hip, whatever the case may be, whatever that I was thinking about at the time. I couldn't I keep saying trying to say verbiage,
Verbalize.
but verbalize it. So I was just like, why don't we just wear it? We, as in whoever decides to wear the clothes.
Yeah, but it's not like whoever decides to wear the clothes, because people who wear your clothes are really in an alternate universe when they put that stuff on. I mean, the shoulders, I can't wait to get fitted for my jacket. I'm so excited. But the shoulders are popping out. The pants are flaring in a very specific way. This is not like a Gap flare, right? Like it's super intentional in the way that you shape the clothes. There are some sharp edges. There are some boxy parts.
Yeah, silhouette was like a super big focus for me.
Yeah.
And I had a brand for 4 years throughout college, before this collection came out.
Right.
And it was really just kind of like to make money and experiment, see what I like to make, and shout out to New York.
It's registering. These two always have the flyest sneakers.
I know, I was looking at it. I was
Always. I'm wondering where my tax dollars are going, and they always have the nicest sneakers. Oh, looking finished now? Okay. So we're talking about art, and you were talking, this was a focus on silhouette.
Yeah, like introducing what that transformative like shape could be. And I always like try to do like a wardrobe, like pants, shirt, jacket, whatever the case may be.
Permutations.
Right. Just a little bit of everything. And that's kind of like the experiment in itself. Like where can I go with this? What fabrications do I want to do? And the otherworldly aspect comes from just creating those characters. So like in my head, I have to create this narrative of like an individual or two, like going through whatever it is that I'm like gonna throw in their face. And that's the only way I could kind of make the clothes.
Ah, so then the costume, so like when you see like things on the knee, it's reflective of the storyline.
Right.
So do we ever get the story?
I'm working on it. I realized that I have like a little excerpt in between certain images, but it's that's like an excerpt of the entire thing that I haven't even, because I feel like what I'm working on now is like a continuation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like if I don't really want to like give it all at once, and then everybody gets a little confused as to like, okay, but like now what are the clothes gonna look like? You know what I'm saying? Like
So yeah, I get it. So I'm scrolling Instagram last week, 2 weeks ago, and I'm scrolling, and it's Mercer Labs saying the hottest collection we're excited about this spring is this guy, and your face pops up, and you're there with your hands on your hips in that fly ass jacket that I want. How does that feel? How did this happen? Like, what does this mean?
I be honest, I literally didn't even know what was happening. I'm always, okay, so I'm appreciative of like anybody who's like spectating or like looking at things, because I don't get like a lot of messages personally about like, oh my gosh, I love this, and what does this mean to me? And it was, I'm just grateful that somebody was just like, I'm gonna do an entire slide of what this means to me, or the team, whatever the case may be. And they're cool.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay, so art of the future. Like, art is a passion of mine, obviously, right? I believe it comes in many, many, many forms. I happen to appreciate visual art and musical art. Like, I don't know where to start. I love art in general.
The arts.
The arts. But sometimes I feel like the arts are at risk. And I think in this moment in particular, where folks are saying like, education doesn't matter, let's get rid of the Department of Education, which is absolutely crazy. That's a different conversation. What do you think the future of art is? I mean, I'll say for myself, like, art has been healing for me personally, it's something that my father was an artist of many kinds. Like he could draw, he played music, like all kinds of
Like
things.
a creative person.
Yeah, like just very creative. Always left of center. Could never like get a job, keep a job, work the job. Nah, he ain't working for nobody. He gonna do what he wanna do, and then hustle on the side.
Yeah.
But what do you see like the future of art? Like we're 20 years out. What does it look like? I mean, we're seeing these AI babies, which I think are hilarious, but also a little creepy.
Yeah.
Where is this going?
I think I'm trying to find a way to compare. I think the same way how we view books is how the world or the powers that be are trying to view art in itself. It's like this thing that we could either get rid of or make easier to make. And it's like taking the soul out of the reason why it even exists. Like, why do genres exist? Why do painters paint? Simple questions like that is what AI will never be able to reproduce, no matter how beautiful or cinematic it may look. There's still going to be a lack of a human element to it. What art is, I think artists and artistry in itself is a revolutionary act.
Always.
Right? I think that's a true statement.
No, it is true. I believe
Right?
it should comfort
Like
the discomforted and make uncomfortable
yeah.
the far too comfortable, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I feel like even if it's like lame like pop art, like
Like tell me how you really feel about it. Yeah.
It's like I mean like okay, cool. It's like a psychedelic dog NFT looking printed thing, cool, but it's sold because someone felt something and then they put it in their house and they hang it up and be like, I bought that.
Yeah.
And that's that in itself just like so anti-capitalism in a weird way.
Oh yeah.
It's still capitalism, but it's not like contributing to like the billionaires who are trying to change the city left and right? But yeah, creating art, active revolution, what you want to talk about, like the human aspect of it. I think that just depends. The art only goes as far as the artist.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it's like it's scary to know that I don't know where art is going to be 20 years from now. I would hope that there's somebody or multiple people pushing an envelope. You know, the more that I feel like more people if you stay quiet about certain things in your art, it allows room for like really menacing things to be cultivated.
Yeah.
That you look at like an AI. It's just like a fast product to make something that has an aesthetic of something, you know.
but it's not that.
But it's not that.
Yeah, it's like impossible meat. But I wonder, I've thought a lot um, art and coalition. And so I'm a Beyonce fan. I think you know that.
Same.
Cowboy Carter nails. Absolutely crazy. I know, right? And I see her obviously as a musician, right? As a singer, as a businesswoman, but I also see her as a coalition builder. Because when you look at who works for her, who she employs, the designers she brings forward, they are all intentional. And there is a mindset around how they move, why they're moving, you know, and there's a statement in everything. She's not doing anything that is not.
Everything seems pretty intentional.
Yeah.
To
And
say
so
the least.
imagine like the coalition of hundreds of artists that she's worked with, jewelers, seamstress, her shoemakers, all of the things. And that coalition, when she's done, what do they do? And that I think is like super powerful because she has sort of embedded in them like this is how we do this. This is why we do this.
Like
it's
something
not
to
about
think about.
nothing else but this. Does that make sense? Yeah.
No, it does. It's like planting the seed.
Yeah. I don't see many artists doing that these days, and I really do appreciate the way she does it.
Yeah, and a lot of people would be like, oh, she's super mainstream. Yes, but there's a reason.
Yes, and because there are a lot of things about her that the mainstream won't even think twice about.
Yeah.
You know, like how Neil Farina, who is her hairstylist, was right there on Lafayette and Fulton all those years.
Really?
Yeah, still has a salon there. Like came right out the hood. He was buying her hair across the street on Fulton Street.
Wow.
Yeah, like I mean, Ursula. Do you know Ursula, who does Rihanna's hair? Is right there still on Lafayette,
Wow.
right across the street from the local bars we go to. So
Oh wow.
it's interesting that these people build coalitions, and I would love to see more and more artists start to find groups of artists to elevate the craft.
Yeah. I just had a thought
Yeah.
about it. I was like, there used to be a time where artists could come together and like think tank.
Yeah,
I think I would even say a third space to think tank, right?
yeah,
Thanks to the internet, the decrease of third spaces, there's no way for artists to do that, or the feeling that you can be able to create one is not there.
I think that's right, and I think it's because we've focused so much on individualism, right? Like it's my art, my
Hyper
thing.
individual, yeah.
But like, where's the collab?
Yeah.
You know, I think some people have done high-low collabs, sort of publicly and mainstream, just to like make some expensive thing affordable, right? But like, that's
Brings
not
it-
a real collab.
Brings it back to capitalism.
Yeah, right. You know, so anything else you want to share before we close out?
I do. I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to just. It's chaotic up here.
Oh no, you have
It's
no idea.
It's super. I have to like find the tab.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bringing back. I want to just say like a sense of like encouragement. I don't want people to also like see me and be like, "Who is this guy? What does he do?" I'm still like a baby version of where I know I'm gonna get to.
Yeah, you are.
And it's like, yeah, at the ripe age of 28 years old, it's like 26, 27, I don't know, frontal lobe development kicked in, and I was just like, yeah, I think I want to do this, and I want to do it like this. And then you realize how the people in your life start to either dissipate or get closer to you, and just realizing that, you know, I don't know about everybody's religious stance, but I do believe that God does certain things and removes certain people and lets you experience certain feelings because you're capable of doing that. And so I say all that to say, people should just pay a little bit more attention to that and like harness that energy and see what happens.
I mean, you are in what I call the quarter life crisis that happens between like 26, 27 to about 32. And I think that's one of the first points where you start shedding. You shed people, you shed habits. You begin to think about like, oh, this is actually my decision and I will have to deal with the outcome. Oh, now we're doing something different. You know, so it is a beautiful space for you to realize that that's where you are, because so many people don't even know. They're just like, oh, I lost my friend. Well, wait, maybe
Just take a look.
you couldn't take that with you to the next place.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I've learned that lesson 4 times. And every time I look back and I laugh and I'm like, God, you funny, because you know that this wasn't gonna work in this room.
Just think about if that like if that situation carried with you.
Yeah. Or the habits or the things, right? Like, girl, you got to get it together. So to have that at this age, I think is like it's beautiful. I think it's magical. It's powerful.
Yeah. I'm like yesterday, I don't know what it is about yesterday, right? I literally did nothing except think.
Well, it's Strawberry Moon.
That's what apparently, right?
Which is all about, I don't know if you study this weird stuff, but
A little bit
it's all
sometimes.
about transformation
Yeah.
and sort of becoming.
I was
so you
outside.
might be feeling,
I was outside at night.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is good.
I was outside at night, and I was drinking the last of something that I felt like it was time to put it down. Talking about alcohol.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm with you.
Like I was literally like on the block, sitting on the sidewalk. It's like 1 a.m. And I'm just like,
It's not serving me.
there's a lot of things that I just like let it go. Like just naturally, it was just like, nah,
Yeah,
done.
you can't go.
Yeah. I think another thing I'd say is like everyone should try to do sobriety for like a week and see where it takes you.
A week?
Just start at the week.
I'm like,
the
that's
week.
the starting point.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
a
yeah.
week.
No,
Like,
and just see like what
no, yeah.
happens because I
No.
realize like once you realize how good your body feels after 1 week, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. And I would extend sobriety even into other parts of like social media, news addiction.
It's okay to take breaks.
Like, yo, you don't need to know, right?
It's okay
like,
to take breaks.
The crazy people are still doing crazy stuff. If you want to be clear, you got to stop making deposits, right? And we don't realize that our consumption is not just what we put in our mouth; it's also what we allow to come in.
And up here.
And that too is a part of the sobriety and isolation that you actually need to be able to clearly understand what's going on.
Yeah.
That's real.
No, my friend 2 days ago was just like, how did you decide to come to this decision? Because I was talking about something else, and then I texted him. I was just like, day one, not doing this. He was like, what is it? What is it? And I'm just like, I'm learning that I'm picking new things up. So like whether it be like an exercise routine or whatever, or whatever. Some people pray. Some people like I write in the morning. So I used to do 3 pages every day.
Oh, The Artist's Way.
Yeah.
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 I
do
know
4.
that
I do
best
4 now.
book ever, by the way.
I just finished.
You want to get your life together. That book will get it.
Just
you love
finished it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I even had to take a week off from that because it got too intense.
Oh yeah.
Like I think it was like week 10. It was like right after. It was the week after Julia was like, you have to check your finances. Like from like week 7, week 8, you have to like, now it's like a lot of, okay, this is all of his information for the last 6 or 7 weeks. And now you kind of have to be like, okay, now use what you know and like change things. Yeah. And that's like the last 5 weeks are like the toughest.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. So I was like fresh off of that. Yeah.
That book changes lives, man.
I think everyone, whether you think you make art, and I think everyone could take something from there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like absolutely.
So you gonna fit me for my jacket?
Hell yeah.
Ready? Oh, I should say like thank you. All right, let me close it up. Thank you so much. As much as I was your teacher, you were mine. I learned so much about how to be a good human, about how to watch fruit grow for a very long time. That like the deposit you make today might not come back tomorrow, but it is a true joy to watch you move in your gifts in the world, and I'm grateful for you.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you. I like, oh my gosh, the amount of times I have referenced things that you said over the years.
The crazy stuff.
like I was like, I remember I had a math teacher. You guys don't even understand. And then like I think I've bumped into like people, and I'm like, do you remember so and so? And they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. It's like life altering, like from so little. So it's really a blessing.
It is a total blessing because there's so many jobs where you go, you do your job, you walk away, you don't know what happened. You're able to divorce yourself from the outcome.
Yeah.
But when you deal with humans and you deal with children, like the outcome is what changes the world. So it just feels good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.